Right, guys. So on the day before yesterday, up to data types, yes, we completed data types. And now where we stopped in the last session, okay. So when we go for the DDL operations, yes or no, and we started, and the first command was DDL operation, what now? Create. And in this command, okay, so what we said, this command, okay, this command we are using to create some new objects in your database. So any new object, if you want to create in your Oracle database, so there we need to use create command. And the objects are nothing but what now we said, tables, synonyms, views, sequences, okay, index and clusters. Okay, now, so these are the different types of objects we have here. Okay, right. But in this so many different objects, what is the main object means? Your main object is what now? Table. Okay, so and this table how to create? So the syntax we taken out. But in the syntax, what we find out here, whenever you want to design your table, okay, you must and should be required what now? Data types. And we have the knowledge of data types. Okay, so what kind of data types are there in Oracle? Okay, that all we discussed in the last class. Okay, now the continuation here. Okay, so the command was what now? Create command. Okay, so now as per the syntax, okay, now I want to go and create my table. So how to create tables here? Observe and come back here, your SQL plus. So what is our user account? MyDB 9 AM. So okay, right. So now, so in our database, suppose if you want to see your tab of, okay, the list of tables, and by using of this command, so present in my MyDB 9 AM user account, there is no tables. Okay, so nothing was there in this, and now first table we are creating in your MyDB 9 AM user account. Okay, so whatever the syntax was there, the table syntax, so as usual I'm following here. So create table, and my first table is students and a student ID. So at the time of designing level, I was used here what now? Int data type. But what we said, so at the time of creation, we are using int, but automatically or internally your Oracle was converting into number type. Okay, so that how it is, we will see later. And now, so stid, it was integer data type. And the next name, student name. So student name, initially I'm taking care of some 10. But char data type, what is the problem? We know. Okay, but even though I'm taking that, and later how to change this character data types, we will see. And after that, okay, the next one is called as student fee. And the student fee I'm taking as a float type. So my precision 6,2. And we all of you know 6,2 means the total expression should have a 6 digits. And after decimal point in right side, we have a 2 digits. So total, okay, 6. Okay, and I just close it here. And now initially in my table, I'm creating how many columns here? The 3 columns I'm creating along with the data types. Okay, right. And now let me see to execute this table. and what it was happened to me. So it was saying that insufficient privileges. So that means whenever a user want to create a table, okay, it's not like that I can go directly and create. So even though if I want to create my table, I should take a permission. Okay, so that means what it was happened here, the MyDB 9am user, he is not having any permission to create what now, tables. So immediately it was showing some error. What is the error here? Insufficient privileges. Okay, so you don't have a permissions. Okay, your privilege is nothing but permissions. So this user is not having to create a table permission. Then what we want to do, we want to take permission from administrator. So who is your admin? System. So again you have to connect with your system user, system, and the password diagram. Okay, so now I was connecting with my admin system, and through this admin I'm taking one permission, grant. Which permission I want it? Create table. To which user I want it here? To my DB 9am. Okay, the grant was succeeded here. Okay, so after permissions was given by administrator to your user MyDB 9am, and now this person will go for connecting now again. So MyDB 9am slash MyDB 9am. So after he was connected, so whatever he was created, the table. Okay, now he started again the table. Create table student, and student ID integer, student name is okay, character, and fee. Okay, now so now I just go to execute. Then what it was happen, you can see your table successfully created. So got it? Okay, or you got it now? So first initially when user want to create a table, it is not possible because he doesn't have a permission, and after taking permission only possible to create your table. Okay, so after table creation, okay, later my requirement is what now? I want to see this table structure. I want to see this table structure. So how I can see the table structure means, here one more command was there. The command is called as desk. So your desk stands for describe. Okay, describing your table structure. And which table do you want to describe? Okay, the table name you need to pass, and your desk student, and to execute now. Students are so students. Now I want to execute. After executing, can you see guys here, it's completely table structure. If you see, it's a completely table structure. So in one side we have a columns, and the second side the column related data types are there. And now you can see these are the columns, and what names are you given that? So stid, sname, and sp, and along with this columns you can see the corresponding data types also we have. But can you find out here stid, that means student id, I was given what? I was given int, but it was converting a what? Number. So at the time of table creation, programmer was given integer, but internally your Oracle server was converting into number with how much size? 38 size. Okay, now right. And second column character, the character with some size I was given, and third column is number with the precision and scale. And here every column by default it was having what now? Nulls. So it's a nature of any database. Okay, whenever you want to create one column, by default that column what it will take, by default means it will take as null. So that is the nature of any database. Okay, now that's called a default mechanism or default nature. Okay, so here these are the three columns I designed. Okay, after that, after viewing the structure, suppose I want to see how many tables are there in my tab list or in my database. If you want to see the list of tables, and now we can go to perform your operation, select a star from tab, and now I'm executing this, and you can see here this is called a t name, table name, and your tab type. So which type of object that was representing by tab type, and what is this? Clustered id. And what is clustered id, what it is? It's very important classes and main classes in coming soon. I will explain to you. Okay, now right. So present my table. Okay, what is my table name? Students, and it's a tab type what now? table. So students is a one of the table object. Student is a one of the table object. Okay, and that information I can see it like this. Okay, no, right, right down below. The create command below, and we are passing here. Immediately we'll get insufficient privileges. Then what is the solution for this? Okay, and here before that I'm giving, okay, one more thing. So your user with, we can go for your user. What is our user? MyDB 9am. So after connecting with MyDB 9am and you are trying to create a table, immediately insufficient privileges. So then we need to, how to get that permission means, again you have to go for your, okay, administrator, connect with that and take the permission here, grant, okay, create table, okay, to whom here? MyDB 9am user. Okay, then after, the user will come out again. After getting, again you have to get, and your table was successfully created. So then finally what I want to say, my table successfully created. Okay, right. So now take this here, and the previously stop it now, where you stop it here, create command. Now take create command. And this is one of DDL operation. Okay. So this is creation of a table. So anytime whenever you want to create a table, so the syntax should be followed. Okay. And after table creation, what is next? My requirements here. Now take next one. Okay. To view the structure of a table in Oracle. Okay, so whenever you want to see the structure of Oracle, or sorry, structure of table, so then you have to follow this command here, desk, and pass your table name. And I want to give your table name. The which table you want to view it, that is, okay, the table name you can pass there. So desk, and my table is students. Okay, and your desk is nothing but what we said here, describe. Okay, now, so the desk is nothing but describing your table. And after that, the next one is called as your, okay, to view the list of tables, the list of tables in Oracle database. So whenever you want to see the list of tables in Oracle database, then your syntax was, so what is my syntax here? Observe. So select star from tab. And what your tab? Tab is a, okay, tab is a predefined table. Is a predefined table. Okay, so these are the minimum requirements after table created, how I can see my table structure and how many number of tables we have in our database. So these are the minimum knowledge. Okay, and the next one is, here I was created my table, fine. And this table is having already 3 columns and some data types I was given here. Suppose in this existing table, I want to do some modifications now. Okay, for example, here I was given char data type I was given, but already we knows that the char data type is which type of data type? Static, and it's a fixed length memory. So whenever I want to use char, the problem is what now? The whatever the size I was given here, the size is called as what now? Fix. Okay, so that means when your characters was less than 10, the remaining memory will be wasted. So that is a problem of this char. Suppose initially I don't know, I just applied this char on my sname column. Okay, but after recheck and re-verification of my table, I found here. So why should I want to use a char here? I want to change my data type. So how to change a data type from one data type to another data type on your existing table? For this small modification purpose, the programmer no need to recreate a table. Yes or no? So I want to destroy this table and recreate it. It's highly impossible. Yes or no? So that's why what I want to do, instead of recreating of tables, then wherever I need to do some modifications and there itself I can do modify. Yes or no? So now I was given initially char. I want to change this into varchar. Then how to change a column data type from one data type to another data type in your existing table. Okay, in the same pattern here I was given the initially 3 columns I was designed in my table, but after some time I feel like this I want to add one more new column. So for adding of new column purpose, again I don't want to go and reconstruct. Okay, so instead of reconstruct my table again, so what I want to do, your column can be added. Then how I can add a new column to my existing table? In the same to same here, initially the names I was given stid, sname, sv. Suppose these names, that means if anyone column name you want to change, then how I can change a column name? Okay, and same as suppose I have a 3 columns or 4 columns or 10 columns. Okay, but out of those columns some columns are I don't want it. So which column is not necessary to us, that column I can drop. So how to modify data type, how to add a new column, how to change a column name, and how to drop a column. So these 4 operations whenever you want to perform on existing tables, okay, there we want to use one command. The command is called as what now? Alter. Now take second. The second one takes adding alter. So alter command, the main purpose of alter command is what now? To modify or change, to modify or change the structure of a table. Okay, now so now what kind of the changes and modifications I can do here? Observe. Okay, alter command is having the following 4 subcommands here. The following 4 subcommands are my first command in this alter modify. My first command here, alter modify. Okay, so this command, when and what purpose I want to use, guys, here? To change data type and the size of data type and the size of data type of a column. Okay, now so whenever you want to change, okay, so data type and the size of data type of a column, then we can use what now? Alter modify. And we are using the syntax of alter modify here. Okay, so what is my command now? Alter table name. Okay, so modify and which column? Okay, you want to mention your column name and pass your new data type here. Okay, and new size. So even though I can change the size of the data type also. Okay, right. So this is your syntax, guys, here. Whenever you want to change a particular column data type, if you want to change and pass your new data type, and size also I can change here. If you want it, you can change your the size of the data type also. Okay, now right, this is alter modify command, the working nature. Okay, right. And below, take some example on this. So come to my table. How many columns we have here? Initially, the 3 columns we have it now. In this one of my column is what now? S name, student name. The student name, okay, data type is what now? CAD. Okay, but that I want to change. And along with here, suppose the CAD data type size, how much I was given here? 10. Okay, now? So 10 I was given. But suppose you feel that size was not sufficient to me. So if it is not sufficient for our requirement, what I want to do? I want to increase. Suppose the size was very high to me, then I want to decrease. So increase or decrease, that's your wish. Okay, na? Right. And now I can go for to how I can change this. Okay, write your command, alter table. The table name is what now? Students. Modify. And which column I need to modify? Yes name. And now I want to give varchar 2 of, suppose the size was I'm increasing 20. Okay, so now if I execute now, the table successfully altered. And after altered, you want to check whether my table structure was modified or not. Okay, then again I have to go for desk and to go your what now? Students. And later you can see S name column, the data type is change or not. Yes, it was successfully changing varchar 2 and with size how much? 20. Okay, now? So like you want it, which column data type you want to change, you can change this right down below. Okay, and the second command of alter. Okay, so alter add command. Alter add. So alter add, this command we are using guys here. So whenever you want to add some new columns. Okay, let me come out and see. So to add a new column to an existing table, to add a new column to an existing table. And what is the syntax of this? Okay, my syntax was alter table name and add. So I'm using add keyword, the new column name. Okay, and I want to give it here data type compulsory when you are added. If it is required size also give it to you. Okay, right. So now how this syntax I'm using here, observe. The present in my table, how many columns, guys? So we have here 3 columns. And suppose you need to add some new column here. Okay, so alter table, and my table name is what now? Students. Add a new column, for example, student address. And this is varchar 2 of some size I was given 10. But here very important point is what now? Whatever we added a new column, the new column is always added end of the table structure. Okay, so it's not like that I can go for add in between columns. Yes or no? Some people are asking doubt, sir, can I add my new column in between columns? Okay, it is impossible. Okay, so you will add the new column always adding your end of the table, but it's not like that in between columns I can add, means it is not possible. And now we can see if I executed this one and where it was added, you can see your structure of table students and see where it was added here, end of the table structure. But it's not like that I can go for to in between these columns I want to apply, or in between these columns I want to add. So this kind of okay, the thing was not possible. Okay, now all right, so below write on this. Okay, the next command, alter rename. So this command when I want to use means when I want to change a column name in a table. So whenever you want to change a particular column name, so there you can use your okay alter rename command. So your command is alter table, and I want to use table name. Your rename keyword I'm using. Column is a predefined statement, and after that I need to give my old column name, okay, to, and I'm passing what now, new column name. Okay, now so whatever to old to new you have to send. Okay, and let me see the example on this. So come out and see. Suppose which column you want to change here. Observe. These are my existing columns already having some names. And any one column name do you want to change? So how I can? So now I'm using alter table. What's my table name? Student. And rename command. Column is a predefined keyword. Suppose S name is my old column name, already existing column name. And this name I want to change as, for example, okay, student name. Okay, I'm changing what? Student name. And now you can see the table successfully altered. And now whenever you want to come back and see your table students, now you can see in place of S name, what it was taken? Student name. Okay, like you can change any column name. Okay, right down below. And the next command was alter drop. And this command, when we want to use, means to drop or delete a column, okay, from a table. So whenever you want to drop or delete a particular or specific column from your table, so there we can use alter drop command. Okay, now, right. And what is the syntax to apply this command here? So my syntax was alter table name, and I'm using drop, and column is predefined statement, and which column you want to drop, the column name should be passed now. And below, take example here. So what is the example of this? Okay, now you can see STID, yes name, okay, student name, SP, and as a address was there. Yeah, total how many columns we have here? 4 columns. Suppose in this any one column do you want to drop? Okay, then how I can delete this? Alter table. The table name is what now? Student drop column, and column name, for example, SV, suppose. So now I executed my table successfully altered, and let me come out and see your table, whether it is altered or not. Okay. So now successfully your table or table column will be dropped. Okay. Right down below.